welcome to day one of our Resolution Remix 5-day challenge. For those of you who are joining live or watching this later on, hello, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here joining us for this challenge. For those of you who I may not know, I'm Amy. I am the Chief Evolution Officer and founder of Painted Porch Strategies, and we're a training and advisory team that is dedicated to helping you be the architect of your life by designing a blueprint for lasting growth and change. Okay, so it's day one. I don't know about you, but this has been quite a Monday for me. And when it comes to those days, that's often when the resolutions that we set at the beginning of the year, well intended, that's when we sometimes can fall off that resolution wagon, if you will. So often when we create these resolutions at the beginning of the year, we have these wonderful ideas of what it is we want to do or these big goals that we want to achieve. And I don't know if you're like me, but in the past, when I used to set these really big resolutions, I fell off the wagon pretty quickly. It would be, I just completely forgot about it. Or after a certain period of time, a month or two, or even sooner, I would actually lose interest, or in some instances, my priorities would change and shift. And so that's why here at Painted Porch, we actually strive for intentions versus resolutions. And so that's really what we're going to be exploring over the next 5 days during this challenge. We're going to flip the script on what a resolution looks like and how you can actually set well-intended and intentional outcomes for yourself that move the mark forward and help you feel like you are continually achieving, growing, and are successful. So for day one, we are focusing on really establishing first and foremost why it is you want to grow or change. Again, a lot of times these resolutions, you think about where it came from, resolve. Do you have the resolve to actually move forward with this thing, this big goal that you said you wanted to achieve? When we think about setting resolutions, also, a lot of times they end up being these year-long endeavors. It's this big goal that I want to try to achieve during the year. And sometimes those big goals, when we look at them through that lens, it can seem really overwhelming. So for today, for day one's challenge, as part of our 5-day time here together, what I'd like to encourage you to do first is actually get clear on your operating model. Now you're probably thinking, okay, what do you mean by an operating model? Is this like a user guide to me? And the answer is kind of yeah. One of the things that we do in our Create Extraordinary Teams program is we get really clear on establishing you 1.0, or really more you 2.0. So that way, both for yourself as well as others, it can help troubleshoot when things might go awry. And one of the very first things that we focus on when we talk about our operating manual is getting really clear on what motivates or energizes you. Because when we think about these resolutions, these intentions that we set during the year, a lot of times the reason why we fall off that wagon or we lose our resolve for our resolution is because it's truly not aligned with what is most important to us. We have these goals of like, I am going to lose 20 pounds, or I am going to finally, get that promotion. Well, at least for the latter, and we as practicing Stoics or Stoics in training here on the Painted Porch like to remind ourselves, getting a promotion or getting that raise or many other things, making that sale, those are actually things that are not within our complete control. We cannot control whether someone else gives us a raise, hires us for that job, buys whatever it is we're selling. So when we think about our goals, a lot of times we set them on things that are outside of our control, but also things that may not entirely be aligned and congruent with who we are or what is most important to us. So what I'd like you to do for day 1 of our challenge is to try to answer, however you do it, if it's on your phone, if it's on a piece of paper, if it's on a tablet, a journal, whatever it is, I'd like you to take a couple minutes and think about what in my life motivates or energizes me. What is most important to me, both inside and outside of work? Why are we doing this? Well, it's because honestly, if you set some intention or a goal or a resolution that actually doesn't really in any way motivate you, or at least at face value doesn't. We're going to get more into that over the rest of the week. But if it doesn't initially align with what juices you up or gets you excited or gets you motivated to do something, you're probably going to set it aside or forget about it. It's not going to remain something that is, oh, I can't wait to do this, because it doesn't motivate or energize you. And ultimately, it's not important to you. So we're going to start and get really basic. Now, if you've already made resolutions so far, you've already written some down, don't throw them away. Keep them. We're just going to set them aside over the next 5 days and then come back and revisit them and see if there's a way to reframe them, to actually make them stick and to help you make incremental, small progress day over day, week over week, month over month, and so on. So again, day 1, think about what's important to you and what energizes you. That's day 1's challenge. I would love for you to, once you've noted that, to share in the comments what are a couple of the things that you identified that motivates or energizes you, and that is most important to you, both inside and outside of work. You can have more than one resolution or goal that you set for the year or even for a period of time. So take a couple minutes today, do that, and then share in the comments what you noted, and come back here tomorrow where we're going to continue to expand on this in day 2. See you then.